Have you ever cracked open an egg and wondered whether you were holding something far more powerful than just breakfast? Something that could quietly influence how strong, stable, and independent you remain for the rest of your life? Because for decades, eggs have been trapped in one of the most confusing health debates in modern nutrition, praised one moment as a perfect protein and condemned the next as a cholesterol disaster. Yet what most people never realize is that when you understand how eggs interact with aging muscle tissue, especially after the age of 50, they become something entirely different. Not a food to fear, but a biological tool capable of supporting your body's natural repair systems at a time when those systems are slowing down. And in this video, we are going to uncover what actually happens inside your muscles when you eat just 2 eggs every single day. How this simple habit influences muscle protein synthesis, tissue repair, balance, energy, and long-term strength, and why the results may surprise you, especially if you believe muscle loss is just an unavoidable part of getting older. Because the truth is, your muscles are not simply shrinking due to age alone. They are responding to signals or the lack of them. And one of the strongest signals your muscles respond to is high-quality protein, delivered in a form your aging body can actually absorb and use efficiently. And that is where eggs enter the story, because every day your muscles operate like a construction site where old tissue is broken down and new tissue must be rebuilt. And when you are younger, that rebuilding crew works fast and efficiently. But after 50, the rebuilding slows while the breakdown continues, a process known as sarcopenia, which affects nearly 1 in 3 adults over 50, often silently at first, showing up as difficulty standing from a chair, reduced grip strength, slower walking speed, balance problems, or unexplained fatigue, and research published in leading aging journals shows that adults over 50 require roughly 25% more protein just to maintain the muscle they already have. Not to build new muscle, just to prevent loss. Yet most people never adjust their diet to account for this change. And even worse, many of the proteins they do consume are poorly absorbed, which means the signal to rebuild muscle never fully reaches its destination. But egg protein is different because it is what scientists call a complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids in proportions perfectly matched to human muscle tissue. And more importantly, for older adults, egg protein has an absorption rate of around 94%, significantly higher than beef, chicken, or most protein powders, meaning your body actually uses what you eat instead of letting it pass through unused. And when you eat 2 eggs per day, you are providing your muscles with a steady, reliable supply of leucine and other key amino acids that directly activate muscle repair pathways, especially when paired with light resistance movements. And this is why in controlled studies, older adults who consumed egg-based protein showed greater improvements in strength, balance, and functional mobility compared to those consuming equal calories from other protein sources. But eggs do far more than just support muscle fibers, because each egg is a compact nutritional system delivering high-quality protein along with vitamins A, D, E, B12, and K, minerals like phosphorus and selenium, antioxidants that protect muscle cells from oxidative damage, and choline, a nutrient essential for nerve signaling and brain-muscle communication, which means eggs help your muscles not only grow stronger, but communicate better with your nervous system, improving coordination and reducing fall risk. And this is especially important as we age because strength alone is not enough. Stability and control are what keep people independent. And when people begin eating 2 eggs daily, the changes often follow a predictable timeline reported in observational and intervention studies where in the first 1 to 2 weeks, many notice improved energy, better sleep quality, and less post-activity fatigue as protein intake stabilizes blood sugar and supports nighttime recovery. Then around weeks 3 to 4, functional improvements begin to appear, such as standing from low chairs more easily, climbing stairs with less effort, and feeling steadier when changing positions, followed by weeks 5 to 6 where confidence returns, movements feel more controlled, posture improves, and people often report their bodies feeling firmer and more capable rather than lighter, which is exactly what muscle preservation looks like. And by week 7 to 8, many describe a return to activities they had quietly abandoned, lifting grandchildren without fear, walking longer distances, volunteering for physical tasks again. And research suggests that up to 85% of participants show measurable improvements in muscle function by week 6 when egg consumption is combined with simple resistance movements like chair squats, wall push-ups, or carrying light weights, none of which require a gym or expensive equipment. And now we must address the question that always arises: cholesterol, because eggs contain dietary cholesterol, and for years this created fear. Yet modern research shows the relationship between dietary cholesterol and blood cholesterol is highly individual and influenced by genetics, overall diet, and metabolic health, with large population studies showing that in healthy adults, eating 1 to 2 eggs per day does not increase cardiovascular risk, and in some cases may even offer protective benefits, while certain individuals with diabetes or existing heart disease may respond differently and should consult their healthcare provider, which is why context matters, because eggs eaten as part of a balanced diet alongside vegetables and healthy fats behave very differently than eggs consumed with processed meats and refined carbohydrates. And this brings us to implementation, because knowing the science means nothing without a plan you can actually follow, and the most effective approach is simple. Have 1 egg at breakfast and 1 egg at lunch to distribute protein evenly across the day. Choose preparation methods that suit your digestion, such as boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled. Prepare eggs in batches if time is limited, and if eggs are new to your routine, start with 1 per day for the first week to allow your system to adapt. Then increase to 2, all at a cost of roughly 50 cents per day, making this one of the most affordable muscle support strategies available. And beyond muscles, the benefits ripple outward, supporting brain health through choline, bone strength through vitamin D-assisted calcium absorption, eye health through lutein and zeaxanthin, and stable energy by preventing blood sugar crashes, which is why many people report feeling mentally sharper and more resilient overall. And the most powerful part of this approach is that it does not rely on supplements, complicated diets, or extreme workouts. Just consistency, because maintaining strength as you age is not about chasing youth. It is about protecting function, independence, and confidence. And 2 eggs per day may seem small, but small signals repeated daily create powerful biological responses over time. And if you have stayed with me this far, you already understand that this channel is about real, research-based strategies that help you age strong. So take 1 second, subscribe, turn on notifications, and become part of a community committed to living better every single day. Because this journey does not end here. It begins with the next choice you make. And the information shared today is for educational purposes only and not a substitute for medical advice. So consult your healthcare provider if you have underlying conditions. And now I want to hear from you. Are you willing to try 2 eggs a day for your future strength? Leave a comment below. Ask your questions, share your challenges, because I read every single one. And remember, taking care of your muscles today is a gift to your future self, and that future is built 1 small habit at a time.